Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do, and I'll bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
The Ticket.
Podcasts are brought to you in part by Lewis Jewelers, the official jeweler of The Ticket and proud partner of Michigan Athletics.
We are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider, Sports Talk 1050, WTKA, online at WTKA.com. Sam Webb, Mr. Ira Weintraub on the other side of the glass. Folks, you know who else is back? Black Rock Bar and Grill. Now, Black Rock Bar and Grill, in case you didn't know already, is the place where you cook your steak or seafood at your table on a 755-degree slab of volcanic rock. Now, every bite is hot and cooked just the way you like it. And Black Rock also has a complete menu of fully prepared appetizers, salads, sandwiches, burgers, entrees, and desserts. You can join them for lunch, a date night, or family night out. Call ahead for priority seating is strongly encouraged. Or order online for carryout. Experience Steak on a Stone at Black Rock Bar and Grill on State Street, just south of I-94 in Ann Arbor. Want to clean up a few things from yesterday's show. The first one is like minor. You remember we had the tweet from Jim Goodman who said that Miss Elizabeth died choking on the steak. And I read that tweet on here. He said that's not what happened to Miss Elizabeth. She didn't die choking on a piece of steak. So wanted to clarify. I think it was one of you guys.
She was with Lex Luger.
One of you guys mentioned it, but there was a report of her not breathing, and there was
we didn't get into details, but she was at the end. She was with
painkillers and vodka. Was the
correct? Yeah, it was
a so, not a steak. Wanted to correct that. The other one is more important, and it wasn't a correction made just for us, but a correction made for everyone. And did you see what Joe Milton said? So, sources have said that Joe Milton was on his way to Tennessee. I had heard that Tennessee was making a hard push for Joe. Well, over the last day, last 24 hours, apparently Joe is saying it's Tennessee or Washington State, and that he has not made a decision yet. He told the Orlando Sentinel's Chris Hayes, said, nah, haven't decided yet. Probably Saturday night is when he'll decide. I was initially told that he was going to announce his decision May 1st. So, I don't know if that means he will announce his decision Saturday night or if he'll just make it for those that are following along. But sounds like it's not a done deal. Tennessee or Washington State, which you talking about, I mean, that's like going literally the other side. I mean, diagonally across the country, Ira. But you couldn't get farther away from home unless you're going to play in Alaska. If you were Joe Milton, if he were to go play at Washington State. But I don't know Washington State's quarterback situation. It can't be as crowded as Tennessee's. I mean, the talk has been Tennessee is saying he'll come in and be the guy. And even if that's true, man, it doesn't take long. Just a few struggles when they got the Virginia Tech transfer over there. You have, Harrison Bailey, who finished last year as the starter. You got the other guy who started out as a starter. I mean, he'd be the fourth guy.
Right. New coaching staff with a lot of uncertainty, but I'm assuming that his relationship with the coaching staff goes back to Orlando, that there's a relationship when they were at Central Florida, and so that he has some sort of relationship with the staff that they not necessarily made assurances or made guarantees, but this just goes to kind of just throw out the a lot of times when these guys are transferring, a lot of times I think they're just going to look like they're going to go closer to home. They want to get closer to home. Well, maybe that is the case, but if those are your two options, you can't necessarily make that you're looking at getting closer to home if Washington State is one of your options. That's kind of a curveball out of left field in the conversation of where's Joe going to end up. And I remember because from the moment when I put it in the update and we talked about it the other day, we always said reportedly, right. Said it was, people are saying he is going to. It never that he said. And even the reports that I saw, what was it? Maybe it been Bruce Feldman that got the most specific at that window and said, but no announcement will come until May 1st, which is what you were obviously just saying. So just because you're reportedly going to Tennessee on April something doesn't necessarily guarantee you're going to go there anyway.
Yeah, I don't know Washington State's QB situation. That would have to be the only,
I'd assume.
The only advantage that they had over Tennessee in this dynamic is a less crowded quarterback room. The thing that would make it, still in his wheelhouse talking about the Vols, though, is your point that you just made. New coaching staff, new offense. You aren't going in with games under their belts deficit compared to the guys that are there. They all have a clean slate for the most part, which, Joe is definitely the best arm talent of the bunch. Does have, it does bring some starting experience that he could put up against those guys as well. And he would be their guy. I mean, he's like, we came to get you, Joe, so that he'd have that. But, man, you get out there, first sign of struggle, you got all that experience in your quarterback room. You mean to tell me you don't think they're going to start looking over his shoulder and be like, hey, Harrison, you're up. That's what would give me pause if I were, in his circle and I was banking on them saying you're going to be the guy. Yeah, for now. What about when you struggle with a quarterback room like that? So time will tell. Again, still wishing him the best wherever he winds up, whether that's Tennessee or Washington State. But just wanted to, correct the record as we talked about those stories. As we talked about those stories yesterday, I got a lot of comments on our signature move conversation. From the DDT to the torture rack. To the razors, the ones I could do. So I could do the DDT. I could do the leg drop.
Yeah, the DDT sounds really safe, Sam.
I could do the Hulk Hogan leg drop. I could do the Jimmy Superfly snooker off the top rope. And the top rope is not the arm of the couch. The top rope is the back of the couch. You got to make the distinction. If you're jumping off the top rope, it's the back of the couch. I could do that one. I could do the figure 4 leg lock, Ira. I could do the figure 4 leg lock. I could do, this is a horrible signature move, but this is what it was. It was called the camel clutch for the Iron Sheik. I could do that one. But there are some other ones, man. I could do the full Nelson. Full Nelson was
sleeper hold. Come on, you can do a sleeper hold.
I could do the sleeper, but the sleeper didn't work. I guess I wasn't doing it right. I guess I wasn't doing the sleeper hold right. But the other ones, yeah, those are really submission moves. Sleeper always felt like it was a little performative.
Wait, the leg drop, Sam, submission move?
Yeah, I mean, if you leg drop just right, you get them down, get them a little dazed, so they'll lay there for a little while long. Okay, maybe the leg drop is a little unbelievable, but the other ones are true submission.
But honestly, finishing move versus submission, also two different things. Submission, the submission ones most of them were pretty legit.
Yeah. Signature moves, and like some signature moves were submission holds, others were finishing moves. Like you said, leg drop was a finishing move. Razor's edge, finishing move, right? It was the torture rack really a submission hold? I don't think so. I think that was just Lex Luger showing you he can get you over put you on his shoulders and give you that overwhelming show of strength with that with that whole but fun conversation yesterday. Just wanted to clarify with the Miss Elizabeth portion of the conversation. We got to get to a break. We come back on the other side. We're going to be joined by Mike Spath here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTK, the Ticket, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports, Ann Arbor, a Cumulus station.